Welcome to round 3 of the F4 United States Championship powered by Honda. We have 23 cars eligible for the starting grid. Their order based on their fast lap turned in round number 2. Starting alone in row 12, the 08 of Alex Berg out of Buford, Georgia for Doran Kroll competition. Zheng will be alone in row 11 in the number 5 car out of New York City for Jay Howard Driver Development, as the number 8 of David Burketh out of Laurel, Maryland for Future Star Racing, unable to take the start. In row 10 on the outside, car 1, Max Parker out of Los Gatos, California for Jensen Global Advisors. Next to him, the 09 of Maddie Aust out of Mansfield, Texas. She starts for Crosslink Kiwi Motorsport. In row 9 on the outside, the number 21 of Maite Cáceres, the Uruguayan, currently living in Miami. She races for International Motorsports. Next to her, the number 7 of Joe Ostholthoff out of Atlanta, Georgia for Jay Howard Driver Development. In row 8, car number 17, Tyke Durst from Cary, North Carolina for Ganella Racing. Next to him, the 2 of Oliver Westling from Emerald Hills, California for Jensen Global Advisors. In row 7 is the 55 of Louka Fecury out of São Luís, Brazil for Crosslink Kiwi. Next to him, the Frenchman, number 53, Alan Isambard, currently living in West Palm Beach. He drives for International Motorsports. In row 6, car 4, Seth Brown from San Diego, California for Jay Howard. Next to him, the 22 of Artie Flores out of León, Mexico for Ganella Racing. In 10th, Carl Bennett from Yorba Linda, California for Ganella Racing. And the 30 of Lewis Hodgson from Sydney, Australia, also for Crosslink Kiwi Motorsport. The teammates in row number 8 both serving 5-place grid penalties for a post-race scrutineering infraction. The number 45 of Matt Christensen from Orlando for Velocity Racing Development, and his teammate, the 65 of Noah Ping from Buford, Georgia. In row 3 on the outside, car number 6, Lochie Hughes out of Gold Coast, Australia for Jay Howard. Next to him, the 76 of Gabriel Fonseca from Sao Paulo, Brazil for Crosslink Kiwi. In 4th, Louka St-Jean out of Lorraine, Quebec, Canada for Jay Howard. Next to Louka, the 24 of Nicholas Rivers from Wheatley Heights, New York for Velocity Racing Development. And now for your front row, both teammates. Number 66, Ryan Shehan from Horseshoe Bay, Texas, and his teammate and the pole sitter, number 39, Bryson Morris out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee for Crosslink Kiwi Motorsport. Green lights illuminate, indicating that the field is set. As we wait for the light sequence to begin, here come the lights as the engines come up on the rev limiter. And the lights out, and we are away as the field fans out across the front straightaway. A car going off into the grass on driver's right as they make the run down to turn 1. The pole sitter, the 39 of Bryson Morris, getting the jump. We ride with Ryan Shehan in the 66 as they bend it into turn 1. Making a move on the inside. It looks like that's Nicholas Rivers in the 24 car from his 3rd place starting position. That's right where he slots in, right behind him. The Canadian Louka St-Jean in the number 98. Down into turn 3 they come as they work their way back towards these back-to-back horseshoes. Battle on for second right now, as Nicholas Rivers trying to make a move on the 66 of Ryan Shehan, but he has to fall in single file as they exit this twisty portion of the course. You can see the 39 of Morris trying to get some temperature into the tires as they make the run down toward turn 5, the first of 3 sweeping right-handers. We ride a little further back with Maddie Aust in the number 09 for Crosslink Kiwi Motorsport. Maddie giving chase as they work their way down toward the S's now. As they make the bend into turn 8, the S is very sharp at the beginning, gradually easing as they head toward a heavy braking zone at turn 13. Lochie Hughes coming under pressure from the 65 of Noah Ping, as Ping trying to recover from his grid penalty as they work their way down toward that braking zone at turn 13. Lochie tries to go back inside Ping, unsuccessful, into turn 14 now, and then the sweeping double apex right-hander that leads back onto the front straightaway. As we continue to ride with Lochie Hughes, the Australian, as he bends it onto the front straightaway. As the yellow flags come out, a full course yellow has been called, as we have a car off course. We believe it's Zheng from New York City, the Jay Howard Driver Development number 5, and we'll need some help to get his car out of harm's way. The Lights out on the safety car as we get ready to restart here. Our leader continues to be Bryson Morris as he leads the parade. The 24 car of Nicholas Rivers up into second spot. The 66 of Noah Ping right behind him. Then Louka St-Jean. As Bryson Morris puts his right foot down and begins the acceleration toward the green flag, and we are back underway. Weaving, trying to break the draft. These cars line up to try to get a jump. We ride with Louka St-Jean, the Canadian, currently in the 4th spot. Side by side, up ahead, Ryan Shehan and Nicholas Rivers trying to go inside of our leader. Mid on the inside, there's Noah Ping going inside Louka St-Jean. Looks like Morris able to hang on to the lead as they come out of turn 2. And Nicholas Rivers, Ryan Shehan in the 66, down into turn number 3 once again. Cars making a move as Shehan goes deep on the brakes, 3 wide. As they head toward turn number 4. Rivers tries to slot into the 1st spot and looks like he's got the lead temporarily as they exit out of turn 4. A short straightaway run down into the triple apex right-hander in turn 5. Rivers and Shehan side by side. They ride with Ryan Shehan as they approach turn 6. They're coming on the inside is Bryson Morris. Into second spot. Through turn 7 they come, and on the short chute heading down toward the S's. Still side by side are Shehan and the 65 now of Noah Ping as he makes a move to try to get up into the top 3. Working their way through turns 8, 9, 10, and 11 as they wind their way down toward the passing opportunity at turn 13. Noah Ping dives to the inside of Bryson Morris. Can't quite make the move stick as Morris hangs on to that second spot. Behind, it looks like Ryan Shehan has gotten shuffled back. Lochie Hughes gets around him. There's Hughes, followed by Louka St-Jean, then Shehan. A big slide for the 2 of Oliver Westling. And diving down inside, his teammate, Max Barker, gets in front of Maddie Aust. We ride with Maddie right now in the run down toward the start-finish straightaway. And coming alongside, Maite Cáceres, the battle of the 2 females in the field. As they head down turn 1, looks like Maite might have the advantage. We'll see if Maddie can strike back as they come down into turn number 1. Maddie late on the brakes, tries to go around the outside, goes just a little bit wide. That allows Maite to solidify that position. We ride with Lucas Fecury. That's Alex Berg in the 08 just ahead of him. Fecury tries to send it down into turn 3, but can't quite make it to happen. Worked her way up toward turn number 4. There's your leader, Nicholas Rivers, with Bryson Morris and Noah Ping in the top 3, then the 6 of Lochie Hughes as the rest of the field streams into turn number 5. Louka St-Jean holding off the charge from the 45 of Matt Christensen. Remember, he had a grid penalty, so trying to work his way forward. They're side by side as they approach the S's. Number 8 is a right-hander. Louka St-Jean a little later on the brakes, able to maintain that position. As we ride with Louka St-Jean, that's Ryan Shehan in 5th, up ahead of him as they make it through the final stages of the S's and down toward the braking zone at turn 13. There's the battle for second between Bryson Morris and Noah Ping, nose to tail, as they work their way into turns 15 and 16. And look at this battle. There's the 76 of Gabriel Fonseca. To the inside of him, Hodgson, then St-Jean. Carl Bennett and his teammate Artie Flores back on board with Louka St-Jean as he's trying to move alongside the 76 of Gabriel Fonseca. Try to make the move on Hodgson as well. Hodgson ducks to the right to try to guard that inside line. St-Jean tries to be late on the brakes. They're still 2 abreast, working their way. Through turn 2, we ride with Carl Bennett on the Ganella racing machine. We see that battle up in front of him. Hodgson and Louka St-Jean going side by side through turn number 3. Drifting a little wide, that opens the door for Bennett to go alongside Hodgson. Hodgson has to back out of it. Bennett now challenging Louka St-Jean, but Hodgson's still there as they go through turn number 4. Working their way in the short chute down toward turn 5. St-Jean, Hodgson, and then Bennett as we ride through turn 5. Once again into turn number 6. One more right-hander at turn 7. Which makes the run down toward the S's. Here's Bennett's teammate, the 22 of Artie Flores, being hounded by the 08 of Alex Berg. Berg started dead last, and already up right on the verge of the top 10. Watch the battle for second as there's contact, as Noah Ping, trying to work his way around Bryson Morris, gets alongside and is able to take that position. A little nudge to unsettle the rear end of Bryson Morris's car, so that moves Noah Ping up into second position. Morris back to third. Meanwhile, Nicholas Rivers trying to get away up at the front. There's the J. Howard driver development number 6 of Lochie Hughes, as these drivers work their way down toward turn 1. Fanning out to protect that inside line is the 65 of Noah Ping. He's able to hold that position with Bryson Morris, then Lochie Hughes. Morris gets a good run, gets back alongside Noah Ping as they head down toward turn number 3. Morris wants that second position back. As he started from the pole, tries the over-under move, goes side by side with Ping and the run down to 4. Ping has the inside line for turn 4. Can Morris stick around on the outside? They're still side by side. Ping gets the slightly better run off of 4 and will solidify second spot. But Bryson Morris right there, that's allowing the 6 car of Lochie Hughes, with whom we ride, to catch up, making it a 3-way battle for second spot. Into turn 7 as they make the run down toward the S's. There is Bryson Morris, the pole sitter, back to third as it stands, with Lochie Hughes, with whom we ride, right in his wheel tracks. Noah Ping just up ahead as these 3 battling for the second position. Down into turn 13 once again. Ping out in front of Bryson Morris and Lochie Hughes, and then a little bit of a gap back to Ryan Shehan in the 5th spot. And this battle just outside the top 10 continues with the 22 of Artie Flores, the 76 of Gabriel Fonseca, and the Frenchman Alain Isambard, as they work their way through turns 15 and 16 and make the run down toward turn number 1. Brazilian Fonseca pulls to the inside of Artie Flores from Leon, Mexico, as he tries to get a run on him. Meanwhile, back at the front, no change in the top 4. There's Shehan in 5th and Matt Christensen in 6th. Now the battle for 7th as Louka St-Jean sweeps around the outside of the 30 of Louis Hodgson to take over that position. Hodgson trying to get that spot back as they brake heavily down into turn number 3. He's going to try the over-under move as he tries to go alongside Louka St-Jean, but can't quite make that stick. As they head through turn number 4, still line astern. 1-2, the short chute down toward turn 5. Just behind them, Carl Bennett trying to hold off the challenge from Alex Berg, all the way up from last place. We stay with this battle for 7th as St. John trying to hold off Hodgson as they bend it through turn 7 and head toward the S's. Hodgson in the 30 car for Crossland Kiwi into turn number 8, right on St. John's tail, side-by-side racing just behind him as Alex Berg goes around Carl Bennett, moving up into 9th place. Meanwhile, the battle for 2nd continues to rage with the 65 of Ping, the 39 of Morris, and right behind him the 6 of Lochie Hughes, as the Australian tries to make up some ground. In the battle for the final points paying position, Bennett, Flores, Fonseca, Isambard, Lucas Fecury, and the 2 of Oliver Westling. Louis Hodgson pulls out of the draft alongside Louka St-Jean as they squabble over 7th position. Ride with Carl Bennett in the Ganella Racing number 9. His teammate alongside as he makes the move, Artie Flores, up into that final points paying spot. And here comes Gabriel Fonseca trying to take that position as well. Fonseca alongside Bennett. As you can see, Flores there in front of him. A little bit of brake lockup as Bennett gets shuffled back behind Isambard as well. Now he's coming back as they head toward turn number 4. Bennett tries tries to stay around the outside. That's Isambard to his right, with Gabriel Fonseca just in front. Artie Flores in front of Fonseca. They're still side by side as they dip it into turn 5. A little wide goes Bennett as Isambard finally gets that position. Shuffling Carl Bennett back to 13th spot. Isambard with Bennett just behind him as they head down toward turn number 8. Into the S's they go. Oliver Westling giving chase. Meanwhile, we go back to the battle for 7th. There's Louka St-Jean. Lewis Hodgson ducks to the outside in the braking zone for 13. He has to go around the long way, but he's got the inside line for 14, and he makes it happen. Lewis Hodgson up into 7th. Louka St-Jean back to 8th. Alex Berg right on his tail in 9th spot as we ride with Louka St-Jean, making the run toward the end of lap number 8. Just in front of him, Lewis Hodgson weaving just a bit, trying to break the draft. St. John stays right with him, gets a good slipstream. Is he going to send it? Into turn 1 they go, line astern. Hodgson still holding the position. Wide for both of them as they bend it into turn 2. And down the horseshoe bend at turn 3. St. John thought about sending it, but a little too far back, but is right on the gearbox of Lewis Hodgson. This battle for 7th and 8th continues to rage as the leader's starting to get away out in front. Still nose to tail. You can see Louka St-Jean fighting the car right at the edge of adhesion. Right behind them, Alex Berg ready to pounce. Should anything go wrong with this battle. There's Berg just behind St. John as Hodgson getting away just a bit as they come into turn 7. 8th and 9th now, St. John and Alex Berg. Remember, Berg started dead last and is now at the tail end of the top 10. There's Ping and Morris in the battle for 2nd. Lochie Hughes with a little brake lockup in the 4th spot. Ryan Shehan giving chase in the 66 as they work their way into turn 15. Smoke billowing out of the back of Lochie Hughes' car. 4th place runner. But we're slowing down for another full course yellow to recover a disabled car out on course. Lights are out on the safety car as our leader, Nicholas Rivers, brings the field around. There's Noah Ping just behind them, waiting to arrive at the acceleration zone. Pole sitter Bryson Morris right behind him. Lochie Hughes in the 66. Ryan Shehan. And they begin to accelerate and they fan out. Shehan pulls alongside Hughes as they battle for 4th spot. Meanwhile, the leader over to drivers left as they make the run down toward turn 1. See the 39 of Bryson Morris. Coming around the outside, Louka St-Jean trying to make a bid. That 4th spot from Lochie Hughes. Ride with Ryan Shehan just behind this battle. Coming up alongside Shehan is the 30 of Lewis Hodgson. Noah Ping to the front. The 39 of Bryson Morris alongside. Then Nicholas Rivers shuffled back to 3rd as they head into turn number 4. We ride with Lochie Hughes as those 3 out in front. Jockeying for position. Looks like Ping's still at the point. There goes Lochie Hughes down inside Bryson Morris for 3rd. He gets it done. It's Nicholas Rivers just in front. It's Noah Ping trying to stretch away. Look at this, 3 wide down toward turn number 8. It's the Crossland Kiwi teammates. Morris with the 30 of Hodgson alongside Louka St-Jean trying to stay with him. On board with the 2nd place winner, Nicholas Rivers. Exits the S's and heads down toward turn 13. Rivers stays line astern as Noah Ping looking for a victory here as we're in the closing stages of this one. They work their way through turn 15 and 16 onto the front straightaway. A good run for Nicholas Rivers as he stays right in the slipstream of Noah Ping as they come up to complete race lap number nose to tail up in the front. Here comes Ping into turn number 1. Right on his tail is Nicholas Rivers. Third now, Lochie Hughes. Then Louka St-Jean in fourth. As we follow the battle for the lead, Nicholas Rivers late on the brakes, tries to go around the outside in turn number 3. He's still there. Noah Ping crowds him to the right just a bit. And slots in front. He's going to try to go around the outside of turn 4 now. As we stay with Nicholas Rivers. That's the leader, Noah Ping, right in front of him. Heading toward turn number 5. Rivers stays right on his gearbox, clips the apex. As they both go off onto the rumble strips on the outside. There's turn 6, heading for 7. Nicholas Rivers looking for the lead. Noah Ping has the lead. Lochie Hughes' car still smoking in third. As they work their way toward turn number 8 and into the S's, side by side goes Rivers. This is a bold move around the outside of turn 9. Still side by side. There's 10 and 11. It looks like Rivers has moved his way up into the front as they head toward turn 13. Can there be an answer from Noah Ping? Smoke still pouring out of the third place car of Lochie Hughes. Rivers still with the position. Ping trying to answer as they work their way through the final 2 turns. Lochie Hughes right on their tail as these 3 work their way toward the checkered flag. The checkered flag is in the air and it's going to be Nicholas Rivers. Noah Ping, Lochie Hughes, Louka St-Jean, and a great run for Alex Berg all the way up to 5th after starting at the back of the pack. Artie Flores rounds out the top 5 after getting around Alan Isambard at the line.